You're listening to the Team Check-In, powered by Teamflect. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Team Check-In, and with me today, a very special guest, Mr. E-commerce himself, a savant of scale-up, a gangster of growth, a man who by no means refers to himself by those nicknames because I just made them up, but still an incredible person with an incredible story, Mr. Anatoliy Labinskiy. Anatoly, hi, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you, Emre. Thank you. I appreciate for inviting me and looking forward to share my personal experience and maybe will help someone to improve their skills as well.
Yep, awesome. And speaking of your personal experience, I am very familiar with your story through your YouTube channel. I looked through everything up, and you have a great story to share. But for those who may not be familiar, can we get an Anatoliy Labinskiy one-on-one? Can you give us 101? Can you give us like a little introduction to your journey? Because it is a pretty cool story.
I first of all appreciate, man, and the story definitely motivational. And if I would share like in full, it will take a couple hours. So I'll try to make it in few minutes just for the intro. So my name is Anatoliy Labinskiy, and I'm doing e-commerce since 2017. Before that, I was just simple Ukrainian guy who traveled to UAE to try to help his mom paying the mortgage, paying for my education. I got married after 1 year in Dubai and start just surviving because like it was super difficult time for me. It was actually the life school for me to grow up and find out what is the reality. I didn't speak English. I didn't know anything, but I was believing that I was much more than I was because I started working in UAE with master degree in finances. I went there as a food runner, which is I was cleaning dirty plates from the tables in the restaurant and bring to washing area. That was my first work there. And I was just like improving, become a waiter, head waiter, and so on. The thing is that because I got married, I was paying for everything by myself, which is in UAE, it's quite difficult. And the salaries are quite small, too expenses of living outside by yourself. When you live in by the company provided accommodation, it's fine. But when you get married, you are alone. And basically that was like super tough financial decision. And basically we were able to afford only master bedroom, small room like this, my office, where we were staying in 2-bedroom apartment with another Filipino family. And we were surviving. I was having part-times, I was having the job, and basically just trying to pay for the bills. And one day my wife in 2017, February 24th, came and said, babe, I'm pregnant. And this is where my world has been changed. She started crying, and crying not because she's happy, because she's scared. And basically I said, no worries, let me go just to the pharmacy to double check another test and to make sure that it's correct. But we wish to have a baby, but we can't. We physically, financially are not able to afford it. So basically I went to the pharmacy. It was plus 35 degrees. It's super hot outside. I'm staying on the parking in Al Barsh or in Al Khail Gate in Dubai, and just like looking on pharmacy, and I stuck. And my arms, my knees, everything is shaking. I'm just terrified. And like, I just squeezed my arms and said to myself, wait, I won't allow my baby to come in the world in the same financial position as I grow up as I am today. And that was so hard promising to myself that I never done anything similar till today. And basically from that moment, everything changed. The long story short, I sent my wife back to Ukraine. I moved to 2-bedroom apartments with another 7 guys and start renting just a bed space to save some money. and I found out for myself e-commerce, Shopify, drop shipping, Facebook advertising, and I was like, no freaking way. Is it serious? I can make money from this laptop? Seriously? Like, no, it's kind of strange. Basically, I start digging down. I start just like understanding a bit better. And September 29, 2017, I launched my first store. And in 6 months, I lost everything what I had. My wife almost divorced with me. Everything like I became addicted, black eyes, yellow face, like working on 5 different jobs, sleeping maximum 2 3 hours a day. Like I went all in, all in, and
Yeah,
basically lost everything and start owning money to people. And basically in 6 months, I got mentor. In the last cash out, I just got the mentor. In first 15 days, I made $8,000 in sales, profitable sales. And I said to myself, that's it.
we
I
got
know
this.
that I
We
should
got
not
this.
wait. Exactly. So by end of 2018, October, I partnering up with my friend and we made our first 50,000, 100,000, 150,000, and so on. And it start growing and I start just diving in full time in e-commerce and like different things was happening. But in 2020, I opened my agency because there was a big request from my students. Can you manage for me? Can you manage for me? Can you manage for me? I'm like, okay. And we opened GSM Growth Agency in March 2025, 2020. So it's almost 4.5 years soon since we established the company.
Yep, I mean, you summarized the whole thing very well. And I think if this was like a conventional story, it sounds like, okay, we have the ups, we have the downs, and then he discovers e-commerce and it's all going to be uphill from here. No, right? It was a long road
One
and
year, nothing.
1 year of nothing. And right now you're currently still in the UAE, right?
No, in 2018 I left UAE. I'm coming there like quite regularly as a
Mm-hmm.
guest, as a visitor from now. But I used to live in Ukraine since 2018 till 2022 when war
Mm-hmm.
was started. I was insist to move my family to Europe. So I'm now living between United States, Florida, and Portugal. In Portugal, my son going to the school, private school,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm traveling quite a bit to US because of the business, because now I have software company as well and real estate company in the United States, so I have quite a bit things to do and just like traveling a lot. But like Lisbon hub, which is like Portugal, quite near to Miami, it's super comfortable to live in between two countries.
And uh, so you are currently running like a bunch of businesses at the same time, and these teams, they're working remote. And while we will get to how you are managing these teams remotely, I want to talk to you a little bit about your management style because on top of the e-commerce pedigree and everything else you're doing, for those who don't know, you are also a Forbes Council member and you're publishing some pretty interesting reads on the Forbes website. And very recently, I got to read a little piece by you called on 8 tips on building a seven-figure team. So in that, there were two sections that were like really interesting to me. One of them was about not taking everything on you, but delegating. So is that hard for someone who is as hands-on as you, who's been through the mill right now? Is it hard to just say, okay, some of these things I need to let go and start delegating?
It's incredible hard. I
I
mean,
knew it. I knew it.
it's incredible hard to start doing that. Later on, you becoming more comfortable and understanding that, okay, like that's definitely not what you can do the best. And you have to find out person who is better than you. So that's the secret of delegation. It's not about people are thinking, okay, I'm becoming more successful. Now I have money. I will hire people. I will delegate and we'll be just laying down on the beach and just like having fun and like cocktails and so on. yeah, maybe once in a week or 1 week in a year or whatever. But you still have responsibilities. Then bigger your team, then bigger your revenues, then bigger your company. You have bigger responsibilities, and delegation. It's not for make you chill. It's for you as a CEO, as a founder, or who you are on the top management, to visualize the next steps, to focus on that visualization. Because when you are managing everything and everyone by yourself, you have no time, you have no energy, you have no attention to what's going to be happening in the future, where you're going, what you want. But when you're delegating, first of all, you're finding out the people who are actually becoming better than you in what you
Hmm.
are doing, because this is their full time. Like, for example, my first managers, I didn't know that I will have a managers. I have the mentor, and like I opened my agency and I just hire according to his advice, like couple of the media buyers from my best students who didn't have cash to continue Shopify stores, but were having a great advertising skills and learning everything from me. I just came to them and said, listen, would you like to join my team? I'm opening the agency, and you're gonna be just like next to me. I'm gonna be continue mentoring you for free, and like you're gonna be making money from it, and you're gonna be managing several accounts. You're like, shit, yeah. I mean, I hired, and one of them was one of the first media buyers, still with me, still till today, and he's still media buyer. He doesn't want to be a manager, nothing. He just loved the media buying. But the thing is that I hired a couple of more people after him, and I was looking who can help me out, because I was everywhere. I was everywhere. We start
Hmm.
growing so fast. We got 40 clients in the first 2 months. It was just mess. It was so insane. Results were just going as crazy. 2020 was incredible.
Was
But
it
the thing,
taking a toll on you? Was it, difficult on you mentally, physically?
uh, I was so excited that it's going so fast that I didn't want to sleep. I didn't want to eat. I don't want to anything. I just want to push forward. And basically, I was lost. Thanks God I had a mentor next to me who was saying to me, "Okay, man, you have to now grow the managers." I like, where I would take the manager. He said,
Hmm.
"Come on, look around you. Who are your team? Find out the best mentality strong person and knowledgeable person, and offer him to become a manager in media buying. In the same, start hiring the salespeople, find out the best salesperson and mentally strong, and ask him if you want to be a manager." And that's exactly what I done in the first 2 months. We started growing so fast that I'm not able to be in every single chat with the clients and so on. It's physically not possible. And basically, to one of our media buyers, I just said, listen, like, I believe you're like quite strong, and would you like to build a, like, we're going to be building a team for you together with you, so you're going to be in the chats, everything like what you know, but you won't be launching it by yourself. You're going to be controlling. I'm going to be keep mentoring you, but now not as a media buyer, as a manager. How I was managing you, I will teach you. I will keep teaching you how to manage other people, and we're going to be like mentoring them together. And basically, he is accepted. In half year, we got another one. In another year, we got another one. We have total four media buyer managers, because we have 20 media buyers in the team. And basically, and salesperson, we got like three killers in the team, and one of them was just outstanding, perfect English, like super active, and he was our existing client. That was the most funny thing. He was existing client. Like, we got results for him, and he said, Anatoly, I want to join your team because I really enjoying the work with the guys. And it was quite cool. So he till today he's working with us, and basically I offer him to be a manager, and I start mentoring him to manage the sales team. And basically, that's all about when you start in the company from scratch, you need to grow up the people together with you, because you are learning on the go. I didn't know that I'm CEO until I found out the managers, and I just had
Yeah.
time to breathe and just looking around. And someone just said to me in some, I don't remember, on some call, like, yeah, you as a CEO of your company, like, what? Like, me? Like, me? Who will manage me? Like, what kind of CEO I am? So I realized that, okay, now it's a different game. Now everything is
Yeah.
changing. I need to learn time management. I need to learn people management. I need to learn more and more in terms of like not just skills, but I mean technical skills in e-commerce, but actually human relationships, and how to become better mentor to my managers and grow the company together. And that's really was a big game changer, because I learned it that I have not just to share my vision where I want to go, because it, usually what we are doing, we're like, hey, this is the vision, this is where we're going, and it's great if you have, because most of the people just
Hmm.
started because of the hard cash. They want to like $10,000 to make this much.
Great reason to start. Great reason to start. It's a great reason to start.
Uh, I would not agree,
Okay.
because in the business, especially the beginning, nothing is perfect.
Yeah.
It's always waves of the shit happen on you,
Hmm.
always. Like in my end, we have so many troubles, and they're so big that like people usually quitting at the beginning. But just because like I have already hustle muscle of the life in Dubai,
Hmm.
yeah, like surviving mode and so on. I was calling that survival mode again and again. I didn't know that I was just like hustling, and I built that hustle muscle, being okay, being comfortable in uncomfortable positions. And usually, why I'm saying it's not the best way to start because of the cash is because cash is not the biggest why. Like
Hmm.
my why when I started and I didn't quit was my upcoming son. I'm broke. Son is coming. I have no possibilities to treat him. I need not have no possibilities to go back to Ukraine because I have no cash. I like
Hmm.
it will be just disaster to take that step. So basically, I said to myself that I will do that whatever it takes, and it was not about how much I will make. It was about I will make life of my baby different to where I am today, and I was living all my life, and that was so strong that I wasn't care that my wife wants to divorce me. She wasn't serious, but she was always telling me that, like, people were saying to me, what are you doing? Are you crazy? So basically, if my wife would be making, and actually one of my goals was to make at least $3,000 a month, so I would be good. So my financial goal was there, but it wasn't the real reason why I'm doing that. Okay, so it doesn't mean that you should not put for yourself financial goals.
Hmm.
Obviously you should, but basically if it's main goal when someone opening the company or agency or whatever, you will quit because people management is hard.
Yeah.
People coming like, yeah, let's crush it. Oh my God, thank you for opportunities. Next call, he's late. Next call, he didn't show up. Next call, he has excuses. Boom, boom, boom. You have to hire and fire so many people to find out the right one. You have to understand how to manage them, how to teach them, how to learn by yourself to be better leader. So basically, this is exactly what I was coming back to the main point. I start learning what exactly should I do. So I stop speaking about what's important for me, about my vision, where I'm going. I'm just
Hmm.
sharing with them the general vision. But the part is I start asking questions. What's important for you? Where you want to be in the next couple of years? What
Okay.
kind of income would you like to make with GSM? And I start asking questions, listening, and according to the answers, building my vision to achieve my goals together with my team.
Right.
So
So
they're supposed to be connected. Otherwise, if I will be just, I understand that I'm speaking about myself again and again and again and again, and they fall in because they're working on me, yeah,
yeah.
because they are getting paid. But if you want to make people engaged with what you're doing, build a general goal which will suit all the people around you. It's tough,
Okay.
not always work out, but
Hmm.
people who are have the same mentality, like fuck on Sunday, I don't care, I'm gonna be working. Fuck on Saturday, I don't care, I'm gonna be working. First 3 years, my apologize, this is who I am. I'm
Yeah.
just paid.
No, no, no.
First
You
three
just
years,
earned us the little E thing on Spotify. That's good.
oh, we can make it P just in case. Yeah, so sorry.
No,
I'm
it's
just
it's
saying
all
that
good. It's all good.
I'm just want to say that first 3 years, first 3 years, we didn't have day offs.
Hmm.
Saturday, Sunday
Oh
are
my
working
God.
days. People who were working with me then and still working with me now, why they are doing that? Because I built that kind of mentality, and we hire and fire several times that we got the people who actually want to learn from us, want to follow, and they have similar mentality of understanding. And the most important, they hungry for success and for cash. So it's not
Uh,
only about the cash, but feeling of being hungry, because background everyone has pretty similar, like
mhm.
average or quite poor. Everyone seeing opportunities that this person can bring me out of that red circle by being a part of that team. By how? Hard work. We don't have basics. We have commission base. So if you want make more, you have Sundays. You have time
Oh,
to implement. Like with first 3 years, it was no vacations, no day off, nothing. Obviously, when it's not too busy and so on, everyone taking rest. But I'm just saying, I can reach out
hmm.
in 11 p.m. on Saturday. They will reply and they will implement, because this is who
Okay.
we are.
Yeah.
This is who we are. And now from 2024, we have vacations. It was something new. Only a couple of people accepted. The rest
You
didn't
so
understand yet.
2024, you introduced the groundbreaking concept of vacations in your workplace.
And nobody actually look into it like serious, because I build the freedom mentality. Listen, you don't need vacation. You're working on remote. Make money, arrange your time management, make sure the job is done, and enjoy your day. The thing is, it allowed us to grow fast, and my team traveling to Dubai, traveling to Europe, traveling to Mexico, United States, Sweden, Thailand for winter, and so on. And the thing is, everyone's still implementing, everyone's still doing. Like everyone just knows that their small department, their work duties, it's their own business. They're entrepreneurs of their small department, big department, doesn't matter. They have responsibilities, so they have their small company, own company, which has to succeed, otherwise they will not get paid.
Okay, so I'm loving where this is going. So, quick interruption. I just want to say, Anatoly, I hope everyone in the world is listening to the podcast. Everyone listens to this episode, except for my personal boss, because I love my vacation days and I would very much like to keep them. But, but going back to some of the things you threw out there, because we have some really interesting elements there. So you ran this team at, I mean, I'll just say it, at a breakneck pace, right? It's so you ran this very ambitious team, and the pace is there, like no days off, but the goals are ambitious. So, in such a challenging environment and with a remote team, how did you manage to keep them engaged? Because that is the big question, especially in a demanding workplace such as yours.
That's a really tough one. And definitely, first of all, like as I was saying, we were building mentality. Mentality is
Hmm.
a key, but as well, like a sales team before, we were closing deals from DMs. We were not having booking calls, nothing. We were just
Hmm.
closing deals inside of the Instagram chats, Facebook chats, and we were having every single day call, and the salespeople were sharing their screen on mobiles and showing us what they have done, how conversation is going, what will they have to adjust, what suggestion we can give to them, and we were controlling them in this case. So if they were not doing the minimum requirement, there
Hmm.
would be question mark. If they're not answering on the messages in the first couple of minutes when they received, there's going to be a
Hmm.
question mark. So like it's a full total control, because we cannot see them face to face. We don't know each other yet that great, but I'm the person of human. I'm an open person. So like I'm a real human. I know all the behaviors about laziness, about the hard work, about everything. I can get lazy and it's always painful, because not now, but in a couple of weeks or in a month, it will reach me and hit me hard. So it's always happen disaster when you becoming lazy. You feeling, oh my God, everything is on rolling and like, wow, I can chill. This is the reality. This is what people are saying about like delegate and enjoy. I learned that a couple of times back in 2021 and then in 2022. When you start relaxing in couple of months, 3 weeks to 2 months, you will get hit with full of crap. A lot of problems will happen, and you could lose the people, or you will have to fire people, just because people are people. They need to be managed by someone. They need to be controlled, they need to be driven by someone, and it's not because they're bad or like they are not self managed. No, it's about human being.
Hmm.
I have responsibilities. If I won't have responsibilities of like 34 plus members in my team, I would most probably as well like become lazier, slower, and basically like if I'm fine, if like it will go to nowhere.
Yeah,
Like
it's
and
human nature to choose the path of least resistance, right? We just
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and especially even if it's going bad, and you used to do to treat that bad in the way like of kind of relaxation and laziness, you accept that
Hmm.
people are good even in bad. Like
Hmm.
think about it. When everything is great, people start relaxing. And when
Hmm.
everything going bad, they keep relaxing because they used to be relaxing. So now it's
Yeah.
hard to pump up. And basically that's what I learned as well, like during the years. I like, no way, like he doesn't have basic like in sales department. It's no way that he will be lazy or like after making several thousands and thousands and thousands with me. He understanding. And after that I realized, no, we are human, and human,
Hmm.
like maybe you realize that, but most probably others are not the same like you. And I start repeating myself thousands of times during the
Hmm.
year about exactly the same scenario, that why it's needed, what's important, where we are going, why it's needed for them, what kind of cash out they can get, and so on and so on. And basically the brain is working on reminder like feature and done. So like they just keep going. Since you stop repeating yourself like kakadu, they again forgetting, and not because they're bad. It's a human behavior. So like for example, when you are teaching your colleagues about the team culture, like one of the great business owners said to me that I'm repeating on every single call our top three core values, and they like even all his eyes like, oh, like on the calls. And he said, I don't care, because if I stop doing that, they will not remember any of those three in a couple of weeks. So for me, I want them know exactly what's important. And I'm like, wow, that's quite cool. And and I realize it's exactly what I'm doing to my team
Hmm.
in terms of like repeating them exactly the same stuff. Why, what, where, and like, and this is just like you keep human brain working on the achieving goals. Plus, we have like every single year practice for the management and sales department, that they have to write the goals. For me, their goals on the paper by hand, by pen, and on the paper handwritten, 12 goals minimum for the year
Hmm.
upcoming. They have to analyze the previous year, how much they made in a year,
Hmm.
divided how much they made in a month, in a week, in a day, in a minute. They need to understand how much their human life cost on that income what they made. And obviously it would be not great enough when you look on those numbers, and you're
Okay.
going to be focusing how to make more next year. And we building the 12-point goals, how they want to achieve the better, not just income, but in personal life, by dream, body of the dream. Okay, become a father. Now it's funny, no, it's not funny, it's so really cool that 4 years working together, goals making XYZ, goals traveling Dubai, goals something else, switched this year. I want to become a father. I want to become a mother. I want to have XYZ family stuff. It's
Hmm.
incredible. It's really incredible. We're growing all together, and I understand that I'm part of the human lives who are changing, improving their lives
Hmm.
because I'm pushing them. And it's seriously, I'm proud and grateful to the universe that I'm able to help my team changing their lives. And according to their performance, changing their life by the performance of our clients, because clients are the end result
Yeah.
of what we are doing and why we are still staying for 4.5 years. Because like find out the agency who done for you stores in Shopify or advertising on Facebook for the brands who will stay 4+ years. There is like less no if I'm speaking about the strong companies, especially on remote, there is less than five
Yeah.
who I know from the worldwide known in United States companies.
And I mean, you mentioned a whole lot there, and I personally love the whole personal touch with, because when you say, when you initially bring up, oh, goals, and everyone writes their own goals, it sounds very corporate, and it sounds very business. But then, as you talked, myself and the audience listening, we just found out that no, the goals you were having them write out were not just like target numbers and everything. No, you were actually interested in getting to know them on a personal level, knowing their goals, and knowing your role in achieving those goals, which is just, I mean, you have a very controversial style of management. I think I can say that. I don't think it's for everyone. I don't think everyone will agree with your way of management, but I think whoever's listening and whatever their management style is, that part right there is one thing just everyone can associate with and one thing everyone can relate to. And I think so. Uh, we talked about how you are keeping these people engaged, and you are, like we said, you're very hands-on, right? You're on it. So where does appreciation and recognition and rewards fit in an ecosystem like yours?
Yeah, sure. So basically, by everything what I'm saying now, I have just a calls with the top managers once in a month, call with the whole team. Once
Hmm.
in a while, maybe on some trainings, it could be exist, and I'm focusing more on like just management, not even management is already on place and strong, and I'm focusing more on new opportunities for the business, where to bring the coach who is super like high skilled in ecom in 2024, how
Hmm.
to implement AI and bring the systems into the company, how to achieve xyz revenue, and like sharing that with the managers and like brainstorm what exactly and how exactly everything has to work, and the managers already knows what to do, so I can really close down my laptop and like think about something, and if I don't have a calls for today, I'm gonna be just like focusing on my personal life, on the future of the company, on the other businesses. So basically it's not about that I have to be
Hmm.
always next to them. That's why we
Yeah.
have weekly calls. I mean,
Yeah.
weekly calls arranged for every single level. And basically, when I finish the calls with the core managers going to the middle managers, to the media buying, and so on. So everyone has their own schedule in terms of controlling the stuff. Plus, we have like ClickUp automation, which is controlling the tasks, implementation, and so on. And basically, recognition, I would say, uh, like everyone who is working with me, that we have almost no churn rate. Seriously, we had 45 team members in the past, and when war started in 2022, there was fluctuation in the performance because I
Hmm.
got depressed. I got really focused on controlling where my mom will live from now, where my mother-in-law will live from now. What about my team? Because it's
Hmm.
45 people who rely on me and around 30 plus of them in Ukraine. So like we were trying to figure it out, like if everyone okay, if everything cool. I was saying no worries about job. What about you? Where are you now? And so on. So basically, I stopped realizing that something is wrong, and like by keeping an eye on them, if they all good and making whatever it takes to save the company and save the working spots for the people who are in need right now, it shows me the feedback that the guys were sitting in the basements when the shelling was going on, when bombarding is going on in Kiev, in Ukraine, and the guys were sitting in basements with their laptops, internet, and just doing the work day and night. And they were saying, Anatoly, better I will do the work than I will focus on what's
Yeah.
happening outside.
Yeah.
So it was so like combination of the respect. I realized how strong is my team, how strong we are together, and how big is respect between all of us, because like I knew that I'm worried about their lives, but they're worried about the company to stay, and that was huge. And basically that year we start getting fluctuations, and because of me I start
Hmm.
losing focus on what's important is the business. I was focusing how the fucking life from now. Sorry,
No,
how
no, no, it's
how
good. It's dude,
how will you live from now?
yeah.
It's a war in 2022. Like I lost
Hmm.
my life completely. My life will start from scratch. My team, some of them just like some relatives going on the war, and like basically we find out that we were not looking on the metrics. We didn't have the right metrics for the
Hmm.
team. We had just amazing team members,
Hmm.
but we were not looking on their performance. And here is the one key point: the cool team member, the cool dude, cool
Hmm.
friend, it doesn't mean that it's great team
Yeah,
member.
yeah.
So that's where I learned at that time first lesson, and we hired the financial chef, financial executive, CFO, and basically he made the matrix of the past years, and we find out that several people in the team were not producing at all. I mean, they were really horrible in what work they are doing, but because we were going so profitable so fast, so like core team members were delivering 80% of success, and after that like 10 people were delivering 20% success, and success was so basically I learned the lesson that we have to look on the numbers. We have to build the KPI. From that moment we build the KPI, and we explain to the team, or you're going to be following the KPI, or unfortunately you're out. That was my biggest trim in the fat
Yeah.
period, September to November 2022. We fired around 10 people. And from that moment, we are staying on 34, 33, 34 team members. Sometimes we hiring, someone just
Hmm.
doesn't pass, we
Hmm.
firing. But basically, the core team now strong, staying, has KPI. We have all the metrics which I'm following on daily basis with
Hmm.
the managers and checking that everyone like on the way to the right direction. On the weekly calls, we understanding if KPI is going down, something wrong on him. What's wrong? He got sick, something with the family. No, no, he's fine. No, 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 no. Go and call him one on one and speak to him. And here, when you have human touch, the person appreciates a lot. And it's
Yeah.
not because like it's a tactic, it's a trick. No, because I'm really care, and I
Yeah.
know if his performance down, or we will help him to improve by find out what's wrong and giving him some time of relaxation, and everyone will cover him, or we'll keep an eye on him and understand that he has to be out because he cannot control his stress. And sometimes we finding out that his mother in hospital, we finding
Hmm.
out that he broke up with the girlfriend and he just laid down, and so on. So the managers becoming psychological people, and they start like just speaking to them, and they need someone to speak. And friends are, they are not feeling comfortable about
Yeah.
like mom or whatever, but when someone is like from company cares, people really appreciate that so much and want to give their 180% approach, because here people cares about me. And again, obviously it's a business. Metrics down, we need going metrics out. But number one, maybe something wrong with him. Let's find out. But when you care about them, like people will wanna stay with you. We paying for high level education, high level coaches every single year to coach them. They have equal of the Harvard University investments every single year. It's by staying in the company, and everyone understanding that. So basically about appreciation, I believe they appreciate, especially one person. Just yesterday I had a call. It was hard call because one person is leaving company because he decided to go to the war. He decided to go to military and fight. That's
That's tough. I mean, that's
that's
heavy.
tough.
Like you don't
That's weird.
beyond
That's
words.
tough. Yeah.
Yeah. I think, Anatoly, I think if I think now, like throughout the episode, we're finally cracking your style of management. And if any prospective leader was watching this episode halfway, thought, okay, now I figured this dude out, I'm gonna do it, they really should have stuck around till the very end, like till this section. Because I think now it's clear that while you are very demanding, you are a very demanding leader, you're very hands on, and you have very high standards, You don't get to do that without having this level of personal connection with your employees, this level of care with your team. When you have this, then you get to have that level of, demandingness, that pace, and your team will still stick with you. I think any other environment, like without this relationship that you just talked about with your employees, if you push this pace on people and if you're this demanding, you'll burn them out. And the churn rate, it's going to go up off the roof. But when, like you said, you have those common goals and you have this relationship that you just mentioned, this is when you get to be this demanding. And I just think that's just okay. Well, you already gave us the explicit rating, so that's fucking incredible. Yeah, see, now you made me switch the language as well. But yeah, that and before I get to another piece of leadership advice that I would love to hear from you, I just want to say you're running a remote team, and we talked about a bunch of different things, right? We talked about recognitions, we talked about engagement overall, we talked about goals. And if you are running a remote team yourself, and you need to be setting goals and OKRs efficiently, having effective meetings with meeting agendas, recognition, rewards, employee engagement surveys, and all of that. And if you want to keep that inside Microsoft Teams or Outlook, then Teamflect is the performance management software for you. And you can try Teamflect for free right now by clicking the link in the description. So I have to do this. I'm contractually obligated and just I have to sneak this one in, but it is true if Teamflake is just the best in terms of performance management in the Microsoft ecosystem. We're the highest rated app in the Microsoft App Store. Humble brag. I like talking about my people as well. But taking things all the way back, after my shameless plug of our product, all the way back to your Forbes article about, building seven-figure teams. There was one more thing that I'm very curious about in terms of leadership. And that is the spirit of competition. Because I think it was number 6 or 7 in there where you said encouraging fun team-based competition. So what is your approach to, that competitive spirit in the workplace? Because I'm bringing this up because we here at Teamflect, we have our recognitions module and it has a leaderboard attached to it, right? So you can build like these leaderboards in your team, but we purposefully like put a little toggle next to it and you can turn the leaderboards off because competition is not everybody's thing. Right? It's not for every company. It's not for every team. So I'm really curious about your approach to competition in the workplace.
Competition is must.
Oh, okay. Bold
Yeah.
statement. Let's hear it.
Yeah. So, like for example, since September last year for media buying department, I mean, we built a KPI in the 2 years ago. They know their minimum requirements. They know like where they can go to get extra benefits, extra percentage, and so on. The levels, thresholds. We build all of that, and it's calling just metrics, KPIs. So we make the standards. But okay, that's fine. What else? And we're like, what if we'll create media buyer of the month position? I mean, reward.
Mm-hmm.
What if we'll create media buyer of the month? And since we done that September last year till today, every single month we have different media buyer of the month for different criteria. Few times it's already repeated the same people, but the thing is that we treating them after we find out who is media buyer. We have a questionnaire when they just join in the team, like what they love to, like what's their habits and so on. So for example, one person, he's actually in love with the Formula One racing. Together with his father, he's following all the racers and so on. When he became media buyer of the month, we just like find out like original, I don't know how to call that, but the branded Formula One like T-shirt, hat, and so on
Mm-hmm.
for him to like feel cool when he's like with his father watching the Formula One racing. Another one just in love with barbecue, and we bought him amazing knives for the steaks, like for the barbecue. So like it depends what they're in love with. So like we have KPIs where they can make more money, but what if we'll treat them with something what they love? Because
Yeah.
all the time cash, 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 it's okay, but it's still, guys, sounds weird, but it's get boring. It get boring because people stop focusing that much because okay, cash again, okay, cool, awesome. But we created after that rewards for our clients who made with us at least 100,000, 500,000, and 1 million in revenue. And then, like I said, let's do for our media buyers, for our sales team, the same 100K who made with us this amount. And we start giving to them. And it's incredible. They like put everywhere on their desktops, their like rewards that they were achieved. And where it started from, it's several years ago with the sales team. And this is exactly what was in article. It's about the challenge for the sales team. This is where we start challenging. Like, hey, who like it's Sunday. Sunday most probably nothing will happen. But it's still a day of the month where we're losing opportunities to get the deal. So like when I know it's quiet, I just like heard from the manager all the feedback that we don't have any kind of possibilities for today. And we just making a challenge. Hey guys, like whoever will close today a deal will get XYZ. They're like, ooh, awesome. So boom, a deal. Like, or like, hey, okay guys, I see it's working out. Would you like something bigger? Yeah, let's do it. Like if, as a team, if you close XYZ deals on XYZ level of amount, you will get XYZ bonuses. Plus, if individually you will close XYZ to compare to the whole team performance, you'll get additional XYZ. If you're gonna be achieving in the quarter such amount and whatever, you will get this gift. So we making them move forward. One time, what I'm saying, yeah, one time we were planning to implement the trip for two
Hmm.
somewhere in the like Mexico or Dubai or somewhere just to relax. So as it was for the salesperson. But war started and we switched our plans. And now half of the team blocked in Ukraine. But it's not about that. It's just like creating some fun of competition that they would love to be involved in. And for example, like everyone who made significant performance in the sales team and management department, we bought watches, like high-end, stylish, Sweden watches, which is uh, has like two designs, and the managers and the top salespeople.
You gave the
the
thumbs up. Yeah.
the managers and the top salespeople were able to get that. And like when we are together, really rare, but it happened when we are together somewhere in Spain, in Turkey. We were doing done meetups a couple of times. After war, it stopped because of the people cannot leave. Basically, uh, we are just coming and guys has same watches, and everyone
That's
knows why. What is that
that's
for?
neat.
What it stand for? It's not about the watch. It's about what you achieve to get that watch, and that's so beautiful. That's really amazing to build that feeling that you can give something to the person that, like, when he looking at it, he's saying, "Yeah, that's
I
who
mean,
I am."
I mean, we've talked on this show and on our blog at length about personalizing employee recognition, right? Not just offering rewards, but cookie cutter standardized rewards, but rewards catered to your team and your employees. And I think as this conversation has gone on, I think one of the largest aspects of your style of management is now it's showing knowing your team on a personal level, right? Just having that personal touch and customizing and personalizing rewards and the way you work to your employees. And I think that's really cool. And I think one more time, I mean, some listener in the beginning of this episode might have gone like, okay, I'm not sure I would have liked working for this guy. And then towards the end, as you kept talking, I saw like, okay, where do I apply? Right? That's I think where it all went. And Anatoly, thank you very much for coming on the show. I think we've almost knocked down a full hour and it flew by. And I know you really need a glass of water at the end of that. So Thank you so much for coming on the show. And where can people find you, man?
Yeah, sure. Before that, I just would say that I just shared what's working for me. Everyone
Yeah,
has different way, but the very important, we have a hybrid system about the corporate and hybrid system together with the personal touch to show that we appreciate each other, and it shouldn't be coming just from me because I still have to work better on that for sure. Bigger
yeah,
team, bigger responsibilities, but very important, like showing that you're a real human will keep real professionals staying with you, not just because of finances only, but because they know that they can stay with you and grow together with you because this is who you are, this is where you're moving, and they want to be part of it. You have to like understand that corporate thing it doesn't work that well to keep the talents because everyone looking for the most shining object. But when you are giving them the lifestyle with the possibilities to balance the corporate and personal level, that's what's like a sweet spot. But it's not possible for everyone. It's just for people who are able to do hard work when it's necessary and take the great rest when it's possible. So basically, you can find me in Instagram, ecom by Anatoly. This is the page where like I'm mostly replying in the DMs. You can ask any kind of questions about ecom, team management, whatever. Like just ask me. Plus, I share a lot of free value case studies about e-commerce, some points, hidden tactics and so on in the YouTube, Anatoliy Labinskiy. There is like just recently went a couple of the good case studies like
mhm.
from 0 to 400K, how we generate for our client in the 85 days. So that could be maybe something interesting for you to watch and learn it from it and ask questions. I will guide you how you can implement on your store. And if you have a like Shopify store or planning to jump in, like you can easily go to our gsmgrowthagency.com and book a call with me or one of my team members, and we'll find out how exactly to give you the roadmap where you need to look on and how you have to move forward to achieve next level of the results. Or you can work with us, but it's a different thing. For us, very important just to make sure that we are good fit to work together. Otherwise, we'll just give you a guidance how to go and achieve the next level of the performance. It's completely free.
There he is. And if you're listening to us on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you find podcasts, leave us a like, subscribe to the show. It really helps us out. And if you want to try the best performance management software for Microsoft Teams, you can always click the link in the description to visit teamflect.com. Anatoly, thanks for coming on the show. It was a pleasure to have you. And after we go off the air, I'm gonna pester you about doing a part two because this was really cool. So bye everyone.